Kelli's Acoustic Crossroads is brought to you by the Team One Automotive Group, Riverview Regional Medical Center, and Family Savings Credit Union. Now, here's Kelli Johnson.
Welcome to Kelli's Acoustic Crossroads. I'm your host, Kelli Johnson. We've got some awesome music lined up for you today with Tony Irby. And we're going to open the show with Miss Victoria Stone. She's 10 years old and will be going into the 5th grade at Munford. And so check out this young lady. She's going to sing a Reba McEntire song right now, The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. But this is Miss Victoria Stone.
On his way home from Candletop, been 2 weeks gone, and he thought he'd stop at Webb's and have him a drink before he went home to her. Andy Wallow said hello. He said hi, what's doing? Whoa, said sit down, I got some bad news, it's gonna hurt. Said I'm your best friend and you know that's right, but your young bride ain't home tonight. Since you've been gone, she's been seeing that Amos boy Seth. Now he got mad and he saw red, and he said, boy, don't you lose your head, cause to tell you the truth, I've been with her myself. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern lawyer, cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands. Well, Andy got scared and left the bar, walking on home cause he didn't live far. You see, Andy didn't have many friends and he just lost him one. Brother thought his wife must have left town, so he went home and finally found the only thing that he had left him, that was a gun. He went off to Andy's house, slipping through the backwoods quiet as a mouse. Came upon some tracks too small for Andy to make. He looked through the screen at the back porch door, and he saw Andy lying on the floor in a puddle of blood, and he started to shake. The Georgia Patrol was making their rounds, so he fired a shot just to flag him down. A big belly sheriff grabbed his gun and said, why'd you do it? The judge said guilty on a make-believe trial, slapped the sheriff on the back with a smile, and said supper's waiting at home and I gotta get to it. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern lawyer, cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands. Well, they hung my brother before I could say the tracks he saw while on his way to Andy's house and back that night were mine. And his cheating wife had never left town. That's one body that'll never be found. You see, a little sister don't miss when she aims her gun. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern lawyer, cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern lawyer, cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands.
Welcome back to Kelli's Acoustic Crossroads. My guest today is Mr. Tony Irby, singer, guitar player. We're going to feature Tony on a song, but I want to direct you to our website, kacrossroads.com. You can check out all of our shows, the previous shows and our guests, and links to how to get more of their music and visit their websites and stuff. That's kacrossroads.com, and you can check us out on Facebook at Kelli's Acoustic Crossroads. Right now we're going to turn it over to Tony Irby doing Don't Ya.
Cut those jeans just right. I know you didn't buy them like that, so baby, don't even try that. You dance, oh, you move, yeah, like there ain't nobody watching. But girl, you know I'm watching, don't lie. You got it all figured out. That smile has got me spinning around. Don't even try. Like it ain't no thing, 'cause I can see you move a little closer, closer, girl. I gotta get to know you, everything about you makes me want you know what you're doing, baby, don't you? You've been looking over here all night. When I look, you look away. Oh, I love the little games you play, and I bet brush my hand when you walk by me, like you didn't mean to drive me crazy. Don't lie, you got it all figured out. That smile has got me spinning around. Don't even try acting like it ain't no thing, 'cause I can see you move a little closer, closer, girl. I gotta get to know you, everything about you makes me want you, know what you're doing, baby, don't you? Wanna get out of here and let me show you how good it could feel to hold you, put your pretty little head on my shoulder. Oh yeah, don't lie, you've got it all figured out. That smile has got me spinning around. Don't even try acting like it ain't no thing. No, girl, don't lie, you've got it all figured out. That smile has got me spinning around. Don't even try acting like it ain't no thing, 'cause I can see you move a little closer, closer, girl. I gotta get to know you, everything about you makes me want you know what you're doing, baby, don't you?
Welcome back to Kelli's Acoustic Crossroads. I'm here with my guest, Tony Irby. Tony, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
We had some scheduling mix-ups, but we finally got you here, and I'm so glad.
I'm happy to be here. It's a lot of fun.
Well, your voice, so early this morning, you're an awesome singer anyway, but I was very impressed by how clear, and I mean, you just got it going on even early in the morning. So.
I've been blessed. Plus, like we were talking earlier, YouTube is a way to get warmed up. They got a lot of voice exercises.
Vocal exercises on YouTube, and you can find all kind of stuff on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So. Do you have any videos up on YouTube?
Yes, I've got I'd say about 13, 14 different videos that I've used my iPhone, set it up on the bar in the living room and just play it.
iPhones are wonderful. And you said a lot of your crowd, they'll video and tape and stuff. And
videos,
at the
pictures.
shows and stuff. That's so cool. You have a very good supporting crowd. I don't know if you remember me or not, but I came to the Gridiron probably about 7 years ago, and you were kind enough to let me get up and even use your guitar and play a song. And
that was awesome. Yeah, I remember that night. It was cold outside. We were all playing inside the restaurant.
Yes, you were so nice, and what struck me the most about you perform really good, and you have this awesome voice. Your guitar playing is great, but you're very nice, and your crowd just loves you, and you interact with the crowd, which is always a weak point of mine. I'm so scared and shy to open up, but you're natural at it.
Through the years, I've learned that through watching different artists, different local artists, how to capture a crowd and keep them with you, and just have a good time.
Yeah.
The music's there and it gives off its own energy and then you can just push it forward and watch their facial movements, watch them singing, you know, and it helps keep everybody involved, and that's always been a big part of it. I love watching everybody having a good time.
You can tell because that comes through, and it's just natural for you. So you mentioned playing with some local artists. Who are some of the associated acts you've got to play with?
Jonathan Alverson. I've played with him for
favorite,
7, 8 years, about as long as I've known you.
Yeah.
Jonathan Alverson, Rusty Hendricks, who is right now, he's a guitar player for Confederate Railroad and a session guitar player out of Nashville.
Very cool.
Played with him.
Not a bad circle to be in.
Oh no. Played with a lot of good people, good pickers, and I learned from that, and it's a joy to play.
Would you say you grew up in a musical family? You were telling me a little bit.
Yes, ma'am. My mother and my grandmother. My grandmother bought me my first guitar in the early '80s, and I picked it up and just went from there. But my mother had me in school choir, church choir. I did my first choir tour. I was 11. We went to New Orleans and sang in the French Quarters. I did. It's called the Believer Tour, and I was just a little kid, and I did my own first special solo, and that's how it pretty much started. And been doing it ever since.
Very cool. Well, you have some local places that people can catch you out. Like I said, I saw you at the Gridiron, and is that kind of a home base for you? You play there a good bit?
Yeah, that is the home gig right there. I'm there every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night, the Gridiron on 3rd Street in Chestnut, in Gadsden, and I also play at Local Mex in Jacksonville. And we do private parties and weddings and.
Very good to know. Those can be very lucrative, you know. Well, cool. Well, we'll be back with more from Tony Irby in just a second. Make sure you check him out at the Gridiron in Gadsden Wednesday nights.
Yes, ma'am.
And check out his Facebook. It's facebook.com/Tony Irby. Welcome back to Kelli's Acoustic Crossroads and my guest Tony Irby. Tony, we were just talking about some of your earlier gigs. What's the first time you can remember really performing in front of a crowd?
Just performing. I was in 3rd grade in Pensacola. That's my home, Pensacola, Florida. At Sherwood Elementary. Celebration had just landed, and I had a little 45.
Cool.
My mom let me take it to a sock hop that we had, and they played it, and I lip synced the song as just a child, you know. And everybody sat down on the floor in a line, and I just danced down the middle of them doing Celebration.
Cool. 3rd grade. That's some guts to get up and do that in 3rd grade.
And I pretty much. My mom said, there's something there, so that's how she kept me. She kept me in the school choirs and church choirs, and I was always a ham. And then then the 80s landed, and I kind of steered away from singing, and I got into breakdance, and I used to love to breakdance. We had I was in Pensacola Street Breakers, and we did at the local junior college, Pensacola Junior College, they had a television show, and I got to get up on stage and dance.
That's so cool.
And they gave away
little known fact about Tony Irby. Well, you've done it at shows before, haven't you?
Yeah, I used to do it at the Gridiron.
You never know what you'll catch at a Tony Irby show. That's so funny. That's cool.
But it's a lot of fun. I love having a good time.
Yeah, well, that comes through in your music. You mentioned earlier the Fuzzy Duck. That's a Gadsden staple. It's no longer with us, but a lot of people know about
Fuzzy Duck. That was my first honky tonk. I cut my teeth there in about 92, 93.
Yeah.
I got to see a lot of big acts there. Tim McGraw, Toby Keith, some Confederate Railroad. And it was the first time I've ever been up on stage in a real honky tonk, and I was scared to death. But
how old were you when you first got
I was 22, I think. Yeah,
still a baby. Yeah.
Still young, but I did it. And I think I sang one song and then went and threw up, I think.
Yeah, I understand. I've said this story before. The first time I played by myself with a guitar, I cried. I went in the parking lot and cried. It's that nerve-wracking.
Oh, yeah, it gets a hold of you.
I can imagine you being nervous, though. You just seems like that's your natural place to be performing.
Yeah, I was nervous like I was earlier. I mean, I was nervous, but kind of you learn to keep it at bay and just take deep breaths and just go with the music, you know, let it take over.
Well, who are some of your favorite artist music that you do?
Blake Shelton,
very good.
Randy Houser. I love these big voices. But my first loves were like Vince Gill, Steve Wariner.
Yeah, I love Steve Wariner.
Restless Heart, McBride and the Bride, all those real pretty harmonies.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they had some killer harmonies and stuff. You don't get to hear their music much anymore. So.
No.
Do you do some of that stuff at your shows?
Yes, ma'am. I sure
very
do.
good.
Yeah, I love singing. I've been like I said earlier, I've been very blessed. Vocally, I can sing in different ranges, and I love the high falsetto from Vince Gill to Journey to Brad Paisley to David Allan Coe. I try to sing everything.
There you go.
Give everybody a little bit of something, you know.
And that's so great because when you're performing at places, you've got a crowd that's not necessarily their music tastes are all different. So
Right.
somebody like you that can switch to all these different favorites and still bring some of the classics in. I
Like I said, I've been very lucky to play with so many local artists and learn from them, and then incorporating that into my show. So, I mean, one minute I may do Prince, Purple Rain, and the next minute we're doing Kenny Chesney or Miranda Lambert, you know.
Very cool.
So it gives a little bit of everything.
I agree, and always entertaining. Please check out Tony Irby every Wednesday at the Gridiron in Gadsden. Right now we're going to feature Tony on the Boots song right now.
Man, I've been working too hard, 10-hour days and I'm tired. Damn this knuckle busting, back breaking, no paying job. Know where I'm going from here. Hot-headed women, cold beer. Kick up my heels for a little while and do it country style in my dirty old hat, my crooked little grin, granny beaded neck and these callous stands, in my muddy pair of jeans with that Copenhagen ring. No need to change a thing. Hey y'all, I'm going out with my boots on. How I keep catching her eye, man, I keep wondering why. Ain't nothing special about her. All shucks country boy, Lord, she's sure looking good, like something from Hollywood. She's got me thinking that I just might leave here with her tonight, in my dirty old hat, my crooked little grin, granny beaded neck and these callous stands, in my muddy pair of jeans with that Copenhagen ring. No need to change a thing. Hey y'all, I'm going out with my boots on. Because I am who I am, that's the man I'm gonna be, yeah. When the Lord comes calling, well, he ain't gonna have to holler, y'all. There'll be no trouble finding me in my dirty old hat, my crooked little grin, granny beaded neck and these callous stands, in my muddy pair of jeans with that Copenhagen ring. No need to change a thing. Hey y'all, I'm going out with my boots on, with my boots on. They're gonna take me home, Lord, with my boots on.
I'm here with my guest Tony Irby on Kelli's Acoustic Crossroads. Want to remind you right quick, send us in your homegrown videos. We need your clips. You can tape them at home or in the car or wherever, and just tape them with your phone if you want to, and send us the link to Facebook at Kelli's Acoustic Crossroads or kacrossroads.com. Tony, thank you. I sure have enjoyed you singing for us today. It's been awesome. So if our viewers want to come and catch you regularly, where can they see you?
You can see me every Wednesday night at the Gridiron in Gadsden, 7 till whenever.
Yeah,
I'm there
I've
every Wednesday
caught
night.
you there before,
Yeah,
and it's a great show. Please make sure you check out Tony Irby, facebook.com/Tony Irby. And you're going to end with what song for us?
You by Chris Young.
Awesome. Take it away, Tony.
The bluest skies don't seem so blue, and the stars seem to be a little dimmer too. Now that you're around, you put them all to shame. Let me break it down, 'cause what I'm trying to say is no one gets me like you, and you kiss me. Girl, you rock me harder than some downtown band. I thought I knew what a love was, but I didn't have a clue. I never found anything that makes me feel like I do about you. got a whole new direction, it seems these days. I used to rush off to work and get home late. Now I show up late, then I rush back home. My priorities are different, I can't leave you alone. No one gets me like you, and you kiss me. Girl, you rock me harder than some downtown band. I thought I knew what a love was, but I didn't have a clue. I never found anything that makes me feel like I do about you. Girl, if you ever get to guessing if I'm thinking about you, just remember that no one gets me like you, and you kiss me. Girl, you rock me harder than some downtown band. I thought I knew what a love was, but I didn't have a clue. I never found anything that makes me feel like I do about you.